And I've had some people unfriending me recently because they've seen that I mentioned about food freedom being dropping the labels and being a state where you don't attach yourself to any labels because you don't want to box yourself in. So you're no longer a hello. I mentioned that when you drop being a vegan, a vegetarian, it's not that you drop it as in you don't think it's a good thing to be, but you drop the label as in you live your life. And that doesn't mean because you drop the label you're going to suddenly eat a ton of meat or eat meat even, or be that type of person who just eats anything anytime like that. It doesn't mean this. It means that you live your life the way you want, so you don't have like a necessarily like you don't eat every day anything specific. You don't actually care because you don't eat for any specific reason linked with health, social conformity, welfare. You don't eat for anything like that. You use food as a tool temporarily sometimes for something specific that only you know about, and that is food freedom basically. And then you live your life the way you want, and then you let other people live their lives the way they want. So you live and you let live. This is the idea behind food freedom. So I know some people will say, so all the, because I used to be a vegan activist, I used to be into religion, spirituality, all these things, you know, so I get it. But the problem with this is then you start judging others from that label. It's not only that you judge yourself and you put like yourself in a box, you put others in a box too. Now you might think, oh, I don't do that, Mary. No, I'm a vegan activist, but people can do what they want. I'm just sharing the message. Just like religions do, right? Like they say, oh no, I like everybody, but I choose that religion, Muslim, Christianity, whatever, but I don't judge others. But then think about it. I'm going to challenge you with that question. So if you had a child, and that child was, I'm going to take the meat example, right? That child is invited to a birthday party from your neighbors, all right? Your neighbor has a child same age or whatever. They invite your child, the neighbor's child, to the same, like to the birthday party, and you take your child because your child wants to socialize. So you have to socialize with like kind of anybody around because that's how life is with children. They don't care about, you know, religion, boxes, labels. They're not into this. Children are born food free, basically, like literally. They just eat to socialize, to share an experience for the fun of it. They don't have anything like calories, healthy, not healthy, good or bad. They're born free, all right? And we then put them in boxes because that's how we put ourselves and that's how we label ourselves. And so your child is going to the birthday party, you're taking your child there. And then on this birthday party, there's a table of food, and on this table there's like sandwiches, ham sandwiches cut in like butterfly shapes because children they like to play with anything, including food. And so your child is going towards the sandwich, all right, the ham sandwich in butterfly like cuttings, and he's like about to eat the sandwich with his other friends, and you're like, oh no 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 no. So like you vegan maybe, let's say. And the same person who said I don't care about others eating meat, but if you have a child, you're gonna suddenly care, all right? Because that's how people are. They think their children are an extension of themselves, and they want their children to behave like them, and they think that veganism is the best thing in the world. And I'm not saying it's not. I'm trying to challenge you to be in that state of unconditional love, as in you do not care what life people choose to live, including your own children and experiences they want to go through. And so go back to the story that your child is going to the sandwich, and what do you tell your child? You know, all loving and kind as you want to be. Oh no, you can't eat this, it's got meat in it. And your child doesn't even like understand the thing, doesn't care, wants to socialize, is wondering why he can't connect with others like others are connecting together, and why he can't do that. But anyway, we won't even question this because it's a child, we're not in the child's brain. But as an adult, you now are implementing these like so many elements in the child's brain at this point in time. When you're telling your child, no, don't eat this because it has meat in it, I'm going to give you just a few elements. Number one, you're telling your child that good and bad exist in this world when they're born without any knowledge of this. Like for them, there's no good or bad, there's just experiences. And that's how life should be when you are on the path of food freedom. When you are food free, there's no good or bad. There are experiences, and people choose what they want to experience and experience the consequence, but nothing is good or bad, everything is just experience. Otherwise, you're judging the experience. Okay. Number two, you're telling this child that there's things to fear. Like the good and bad means that something is better than something else, and you should fear what is not best, all right? Like the meat is, oh, you should be careful, this is dangerous. Like some people try to like give you bad stuff, be careful. So you're implementing to your child the fear element when they were born without fear like that. Number 3, you are telling your child to judge the outside world, like to judge what they see, check, you know, if everything, like they're going to start checking the food, is there meat in it, in case, oh my God, like living in fear, like fear mode basically is all this, right? Judging people, then you start judging food, you start judging people, right? You're judging, oh, this person is eating meat, this person isn't, this person is better, this person is not, like all this. And it's not like the list is not even like the beginning of it, like it's not even the full list of things. By having this behavior with your child, telling them that this is meat and they can't eat it, you're telling your child to also people please you know, like you're telling your child they can't do what they want and they feel like they have to listen to you because you are like the authority, the knowledge, and however they feel intuitively, they can't follow that, all right? So you basically from the start putting your child in a box thinking this is healthy and this is best, so that as they grow into adulthood they're going to have to heal from that, and it's going to take years, maybe decades. I've been there, I know. Think about it. Instead of behaving like this, can you have enough like love within, like actual unconditional love, so that you let your child and anybody else, because your child is just a reflection of how you treat others, all right, and yourself first, can you behave from a place of unconditional love? Are you able to do this? Because if you do that, you are actually embodying love on this planet. And the only thing this planet needs right now especially is love, literally. And when you think from love, I say, sorry, you don't think from it. When you connect to your heart, all right, and you think from that place before using your mind, life will be completely different. Like people will heal, animals will heal, all this will heal. Like there is not going to be so much like fear-based behavior, which all those labels are, by the way. And we will start like connecting, and this whole unity consciousness that we all want, peaceful state, is going to be more available. But it starts with you. Okay, have a good day. Bye.